You're listening to Clearview Today with Dr. Abadan Shah, the daily show that engages mind and heart for the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Ryan Hill.
I'm John Galantis.
You can find us online at clearviewtodayshow.com, or if you have any questions for Dr. Shah or suggestions for new topics, send us a text to 252-582-5028, or you can email us at contact@clearviewtodayshow.com.
That's right. We want you guys to help us keep the conversation moving forward. You can do that by supporting the show. Share it online with your friends and family. Leave us a good 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasting content from. We're going to leave a link in the description so you can do just that.
The verse of the day today is coming to you from Luke chapter 8, verse 16. No one, when he has lit a lamp, covers it with a vessel or puts it under a bed, but sets it on a lampstand that those who enter may see the light.
Yeah, because why would you? Why would you do that for?
That just don't make no sense.
Hey, you know what they say? He is the light of the world, and he shines all over the earth. He is the light and shine all over the earth, shining bright. He is the light of the world. And guess what? I'm gonna tell him something.
Go on.
He's the light of the world. Mm-hmm. You're the light of the world. Oh! I need a sound effect for that. Hold on one second. What do I got?
Oh, wow.
Nah, that's not good. Hey, look, Jesus says you are the light of the world. Nobody has this great thing, this great gift of salvation, and just keeps it to themselves.
Yeah.
You are called to go out and shine that light. That is your duty, not just a good thing to do, not a nice thing for your fellow brother in Christ. That is a duty that you have.
And the beautiful picture there, like Jesus is the light of the world, we are the light of the world. How does that all work out? The lamp itself does not glow.
That's right.
The shade, the base, that does not glow in the dark. The lamp produces light. Mm-hmm. So we are the vessel that then carries the light of Christ into the world. So we as the light shine forth like a lamp, shining the light of Christ in our lives. And we do that in our interactions with people, in our words, in the things that we post online. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you guys paid extra attention to that one. And
there's some emphasis on that because we're talking to you.
In the comments that we leave and the pages that we follow.
Maybe sometimes y'all send some hurtful comments to 252-582-5028. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all.
No.
Maybe some of y'all need to quit.
Hurtful comments there. But it's a good reminder for us to check our actions and check our motivations in everything that we do, because we are called to be the light of the world.
That's right. And we want you guys to know that you can download all of these verses on your phone with the Date the Word app. They're a partial sponsor of today's show. We're going to leave a couple of links right here in the description so you can follow that. I'm sorry I'm distracted. There's a police chase happening on the news, and I was watching this guy jump over a fence, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We got a great show for you guys today. We're going to go ahead and grab Dr. Shah, come in here in a second. Let's take a break because I want to see. I think this dude's going to get caught.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. You can text in 252-582-5028 or visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com. Got him. There he is.
Hey, what's going on, listeners? My name is John.
And I'm Ellie.
And we just want to take a second and let you know about Dr. Shah's new book on the market right now called Can We Recover the Original Text of the New Testament? Boy, that is a long title.
True, but it's a very simple message. The original text of the New Testament is not only attainable, but there are lots of different ways that scholars go about discovering it.
There's a lot of people out there saying that the original text is lost forever, or that it's hopeless to actually try to find it, or that there's many texts of the New Testament. But alongside Dr. David Allen Black, Dr. Shah has actually compiled papers from some of the world's leading experts in textual criticism, including one written by himself on various methodologies for extracting the original text. And listen, if you're interested in textual criticism, this book is a great introduction to the field.
You can pick up your copy on Amazon, or you can buy it from our church website. That's clearviewbc.org. We're going to leave a link in the description box so you can get your copy today.
Love that. Ellie, let's hop back in.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to Clearview Today with Dr. Abadan Shah, the daily show that engages mind and heart for the gospel of Jesus Christ. You can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com, or if you have any questions or suggestions for new topics, send us a text at 252-582-5028.
That's right, and we're here once again in the Clearview Today studio with Dr. Abadan Shah, who is a PhD in New Testament textual criticism, professor at Carolina University, author, full-time pastor, and the host of today's show. Dr. Shah, happy Friday, my friend.
Yay!
We're here once again. It's Friday. I got to get down on Friday.
Oh, I wish you hadn't said that.
Everybody's looking Looking forward to the weekend, my friend. It's good to see you. We've been going through our saga in merry old England. I was trying to think. I was trying to think of something clever.
Where are we going with this?
I was trying to think of something clever, and I couldn't get
Our European epic.
Our Europe. Golly, that's nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll leave the segue to you.
I worked on it for about 5 seconds.
You take it.
We're talking about Dr. Shah's, of course, your recent trip to England,
Yes.
all the things you were able to see, and the things that we're able to learn and grow from. Talking about the history of our nation, talking about the history of the church, where we've come from as believers. There's so much that you guys were able to see and take part in.
Yeah, it was purposefully designed. So it was not just that we just randomly went out there to do that. I knew what I wanted to see. I knew where I wanted to film. I knew where I was going to use this the next coming Sunday, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. I mean,
Right.
And again, I'm not bragging. That's just how I think.
Yeah.
I feel like, don't just go and have a vacation, have a purpose behind
That's
it.
right. Have a plan.
Yeah, and I know Nicole does not enjoy that at times. She's told me, it's like, when our anniversary comes, we're going to like some beach resort, no filming, no planning, nothing. We're doing just like this chilling, relaxing, eating, hanging out thing. I was like, but I'm gonna bring my phone.
Yeah, you
I can
gotta bring
always
the phone,
film with
yeah.
my phone,
Right.
Because there may be someone came to that Caribbean island,
100%.
and I can film on that.
You got to,
know,
man.
No,
come
right.
on.
That is right out.
So, last day of, well, not the last day of the trip, but
last part.
Last part.
Last leg of the journey.
I can't remember where we left off. We left off with
We left off at the London Museum, which is now closed, and it's going to be remodeled and reopened whenever that happens.
Right.
But right outside the London Museum, which
yes.
is right on Aldersgate,
right.
is that massive flame that I think made out of bronze, I think it is. But that massive flame that has the testimony of John Wesley's conversion.
Right.
Yeah, where he talks about being strangely warmed because of this.
And I wanted to go there. I was like, before they take down that museum and then they may put it in a warehouse somewhere, I want to see that flame, stand before it, do this testimony, and then leave. Because who knows, that London Museum may take 10 years to rebuild.
True.
I mean, that'll be, imagine, 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Looking for, and will they even put it back? Who knows what London's or England's culture is going to be like then?
Right,
Will they
yeah.
even put that Wesley flame back, or they will? I don't know. So going there was a good idea.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where did you go from there?
From there, it was like time was running out, and I'm like, the cemetery closes at 7, which it didn't. It didn't close.
Right.
But my watch was saying it closed at 7, and now we are like at 5:15, and we're at this. We gotta go, and so I called in a taxi, and we made our way to Bun Hill Cemetery or Bun Hill Row. And at this cemetery, as you can see in the picture there, this is the map in that cemetery. You see a lot of important names. You see right in the middle is John Bunyan. If you go,
Okay, funny. You were telling me about this while y'all were there.
yeah.
I started writing a script for Paul Bunyan. 100%.
Yeah, I
I was
know.
like, I was like, okay, this is the guy with the big blue ox. I started looking up stuff, and I don't know why my thought I was like looking up Babe the Big Blue Ox and stuff, and I was like, why is he talking? I was like, let me make sure, and I went back and looked, and it was Paul Bunyan. I was like, I'm so glad I did.
John Bunyan.
John Bunyan was who you were talking about.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm so glad. I only wrote like a few sentences, and I was like, this does not seem right.
I don't think.
I don't know if I told you that.
John Bunyan is the writer of Pilgrim's Progress.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
He was a Baptist minister. He was kind of Puritan-minded, and that's who I wanted to visit.
That's awesome.
So his grave is there. Also, Susanna Wesley, as you can see directly behind him is her grave. You can see further back is John Gill over here, right? You see that, and then on this side you have Bayes. I think that's the guy from the Bayes theorem.
Oh, okay.
That's Bayes. Over here, as you can see, Blake, William Blake, and Daniel Defoe, Robinson Crusoe. His grave is there. Also, Thomas Goodwin, who was a Puritan, a writer. I'm not against Puritans, so anybody don't think that. I actually like Puritans. I think a lot of good stuff they did. Okay, so don't misunderstand me. So he's there. Also, Owen. I wonder who Owen is. That's John Owen.
Huh.
Oh.
The Death of Death and the Death of Christ. I mean,
Wow.
he is a Puritan. He was a tremendous writer, a great thinker. So a lot of Puritans are buried in this Bun Hill Road.
Wow.
That's awesome. I just looked it up. That is Bayes from Bayes Theorem.
Yeah.
That's Thomas
Yeah,
Bayes.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So I wanted to. I didn't record anything on Bayes. I mean, it was like, well, no time. But I did. And John helped me tremendously. Bunyan, Wesley, Gill, Owen, Blake, Defoe, Goodwin. I did them all.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those videos will be
Watts,
coming
I
out.
don't know for sure if it's Isaac Watts or whatever, but I'm not sure if that's him or somebody else. But
Right.
anyways, so many are buried here. But if you also notice, across the street is Wesley's Chapel.
Yeah.
This is where Wesley is buried.
Both together?
No.
John.
Charles Wesley is buried at a different church.
Gotcha.
I could not make it there, as I hate I couldn't do it. But John Wesley is buried here.
Got you.
And so once we were done with the cemetery, we went over there. But as you can see, this is John Bunyan's grave.
Wow. There it is.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you notice carefully, I'll show you this way. Let's see, it says John Bunyan. Yeah, look at that. That's the
Yeah, there he
Yeah,
is.
there
right
it is. There
There's
he
him on
is.
his grave.
He's journeying along.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's that. And it was wonderful. I'm so glad we got to do that.
That's awesome.
That's Daniel Defoe's grave. You see that? Defoe.
Yeah.
Very
right
cool.
there.
Yep. Yeah, there
That's
he is.
his grave.
I love the diversity of like how all these different graves look, like all the different designs, like that.
Yeah.
Like that one looks like a giant monument.
Yeah, this is William Blake.
Nice.
So went by there as well. And then, of course, we went across the street. And other graves I couldn't get to because it was kind of, there's doing some renovation there. But then we went across the street and went to John Wesley's chapel, but that was closed.
Oh, okay.
Because it was already 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But I definitely filmed there as well. And then...
And that's where he's buried?
He's buried there.
Nice.
I could not get to the grave, but it's close enough.
Right.
And if you look carefully, I may be wrong, either that is the grave of John Wesley, or the grave is over
Like in there.
there.
Yeah, I
you'll
see
see it once my pictures start moving,
buffering.
but you'll see it. It's there. So it's
Nice.
there. Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
It was a great. I'm so glad we did this.
Mm-hmm.
And once we did this, we came back, went out to eat. The next day we left, and it was important for me to go by two places.
Mm-hmm.
One was F.B. Myers Church,
Yeah, that's a big one.
Christ Church.
That's a big one.
And the second was Roland Hill's Ring,
Mm-hmm.
or Surrey Chapel. And I was able to do both.
I didn't know much about Roland Hill, but you gave me a book. It was a collection of F.B. Myers' sermons on 1 Samuel.
Uh-huh.
And man, I got to say, when I read that, I was like, golly. You ever just read stuff that these guys, the greats have written, and you just feel super inadequate?
Yeah,
That's
F.B.
how I
Meyer
felt.
especially. F.B.
Yeah.
Meyer, in my opinion, was a better writer than even Charles Spurgeon.
When I read that, I read like maybe 8 or 9 of those sermons on 1 Samuel. I was like, golly, I'll never be able to write like this guy.
that. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to go by here. This is the memorial stone for Christ Church, which sort of merged with Surrey Chapel, Roland Hill's church. So this was a memorial. This was like their steeple.
Right.
It's no longer Christ Church there. It's another church. It's an Oasis Church or something like that. I think they're doing fine.
Wow.
But anyways, that's where I wanted to go by, and I did. I'm very happy with myself
I love it.
Wow.
for
Yeah.
having done that. And then we went off, long walk, and came to
The Ring.
The Ring. There it is.
Now, I got to say, even for back then, it said it was built in 1793. The Ring is a fantastic name for a church.
Yeah, it is.
I can't believe someone
Yes.
in the 1700s named it that.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
a
stinking
great,
cool.
great moniker.
Yeah, and it became a boxing ring.
Very nice.
And then it became like a gymnasium. And unfortunately, today is just a pub. And I was like, let's go in there and eat. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. Because that was a church.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's just a pub.
Yeah. That's
But
pretty
they kept the
awesome.
name. They kept the name The Ring.
Yeah.
And the only thing that really got me, I still have no understanding, why in the world is boxing
I was
upside
just
down?
about to say that. I was like, that word is upside down.
I have no idea
And
what
backwards.
happened. And backwards.
It's literally
I have
just
no
took it and
idea.
we're like, whoop, just turned it over.
Why?
And either no one has caught it or they're like, it's fine.
I was trying to find, I was like, are my eyes playing tricks on me? But
Yeah.
that word is wrong.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's such a nice looking sign too. They painted it the exact same color as the wall.
Just have no clue
weird.
why that's the case.
Yo, I gotta say, if y'all haven't been watching the video podcast this week, I know I keep saying it, but y'all are missing out.
You missed it
Like,
this
yeah, I don't
week.
know. I don't know how
tell
you
you.
going.
But right across the street is his home and all that. But anyways, we did all that, and we quickly headed back to the hotel and made our way towards Cambridge.
Nice, very cool.
Because in Cambridge we had an appointment to see this
Ooh,
Oh,
King's
wow.
College and Chapel.
wow,
Now I wanted to go to King's College and Chapel. This is what it looks like on the outside.
love that.
This is what it looks like on the inside. Look at that.
Golly, that looks beautiful.
Unless if my computer works okay or my iPad is not cooperating, so you just have to look at pictures. Look at the ribbed ceiling.
Yeah,
Golly. That's incredible.
that's what I'm saying, man. The amount
Look
of
at the
detail
stained
that a
glass
lot of,
all the way
yeah.
up the sides.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I like how it's thin.
Yeah.
I like how it's thin like that. The detail that these people put into these places
It's
of worship.
unreal.
I mean, it's an act of worship.
Yeah,
100%.
They really did this to glorify God, and I think that's how we should see our churches. Again, church doesn't say we are the body of Christ, we are the building, we are the tabernacle. I totally agree.
That's right.
But it's our home,
Right.
And it's not necessarily the place where God dwells in us.
That's right.
But it's a place where we meet. It's a representation of who we are. This is
Right.
where the lost come.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna get them inside of you. I mean, doesn't work.
Well, it's kind of funny because when we write songs to God, we don't ever say like, "Hey, this is how." It's not the song.
Yeah.
it's not the song
about the
that says-
notes. It's not about the melody.
A lot of people actually do think the song, the music time is the worship. But I mean, think about how these architects worshiped God through their
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah, they did this to really get people to see how amazing and powerful and vast God is.
That's right.
That was the purpose behind this. So this is at King's College and Chapel in Cambridge. Now, there's a reason why I wanted to go there. I wanted to go see the grave of Charles Simeon. Charles Simeon was an amazing pastor, man of God. When he first came there not to King's College, but another church, they actually didn't let him enter. They took all the pews and threw him out.
Really?
They locked the gate of the church.
They dislike this guy that much?
Like the guy so much.
Wow.
Why?
Oh yeah, because he was preaching the word. They hated him.
Well,
He convicted him of their sin,
Oh
I
yeah.
guess.
And then finally, of course, they finally gave in, and so this is why I wanted to go to King's College.
Golly.
wow.
Imagine throwing all the pews out.
Yeah, they did. When
That's
Sunday morning he
crazy.
came, all the pews are in the
In the
on the
street?
greens, outside, like probably lying over here
Somewhere in there.
Yeah,
A
this
big
is,
mound.
This is next to some of the other colleges in England,
Wow.
and so yeah.
Wow.
I know the pictures are not very kind of grainy on the computer, but they're
Yeah.
on the big TV, but they're really clear here. But anyways, we did that, and after that, we rested a little bit, and we decided to go punting.
Like with a football or on the boat?
No, on the
Just
boat,
joking.
on the Cam River.
Nice.
It runs
Wow.
through Cam.
Look at her
Cambridge.
living her best life. She's just living it up.
That's right, and doing that, we get to see all the colleges on the
Oh,
river.
wow.
Wow. Did you do that thing where you go under low bridges?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I've always wanted
And
to do
all
that.
those bridges have some meaning or purpose and all that stuff. Like, let's see. Here's one. If this even moves, I don't know. It's not going to move for me. But anyways, we had a great time. Look at that bridge.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great, isn't
Love it. I love it.
Beautiful.
And then there was another bridge over here. I don't think I have the picture right now. But anyways, we had a great time. And then we stayed at this place called Stokes. Next day, we had appointment to see Trinity College.
Okay.
This is where, okay, this is it right here. Let me see if I can pull it up right. No, this is a bookstore. This is it. This is where Isaac Newton,
This is where it happened?
this is where it happened. This is where he went to school.
Huh.
In fact, I'll show you.
Is this where you saw the apple?
Well, they say that, but this is anecdotal. I don't
Oh, okay,
know.
okay.
But this tree right here, okay, you see that tree right there?
Mm-hmm.
Come out of there. See that there?
Mhm.
Okay. This was his window.
That was
Oh,
his
wow.
room?
Yeah.
Like his dorm or his like study? Like his
His room.
so this is where he attended school.
Yes.
Okay. Not
But he also worked there too.
Okay.
He taught there.
Wow.
So this lawn You see the lawn under the tree right there? They said that this was one of the most messed up lawn because he threw all whatever he was working on, chemical, he would throw
Just
out
threw it out?
So this was really messed up, all burned.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the things that went on in that room. Like I see him like studying the prism
Yeah.
with the light and everything just coming through.
You know, one thing he did was he wanted to see what would happen to his eye if he put a needle through it.
Ugh. Really?
Well, he did it.
He did it?
Yeah, just in the name of science.
He poked
Put a
himself in
needle
the eye.
through
Did he
his
put his
own
eye out?
eye?
Was
no, I mean, it went sort of blind for a few hours, and then it was okay.
What a
Yikes.
what a freak.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
he was a scientist.
For science.
Like for science, he would do anything.
Wow.
They also told us, and I knew about this, that he wouldn't talk to you if he didn't feel like you were up to his mental ability.
Oh, really?
He wouldn't talk to you.
If you're beneath him.
If you're beneath him, he won't answer you.
Well,
Well, somehow I believe it. He was English, right?
Sir Isaac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sir Isaac Newton.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like this is him right there.
There you go.
Huh.
He's not looking at you. He's
Yeah,
looking-
no,
Yeah, he's looking above you already.
Yeah, he's looking up above your head. He's gazing off into the celestia.
Yeah,
Beyond.
So that's him. That's him right there. Well, I can't seem to show the videos anymore, but that's us right there.
Nice.
Old Isaac.
Wow.
There he is.
Yeah.
A lot more hair. I always thought he was like a powdered wig wearer. I never.
Well, the powder wig was kind of
yeah,
just for special occasions. But
I
they wouldn't
guess
wear
so.
that all the time.
yeah. I never expected to see him with short hair. Hair looks like mine.
Yeah. And this is inside that King's
It's
College.
beautiful. That's a beautiful
Trinity
campus.
College.
Yeah, I love that.
And even when inside this room, we see that's the original. These are not like facsimiles or
Yeah.
copies.
Is that the
They're
portrait of Henry VIII?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hanging in there because this is a college that was built by him. I mean, he
Wow.
donated for it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. This is.
I heard a story. I don't know if it's true, but I heard a story that he had that painting made because he had gotten so like big and kind of.
Here's the thing about him,
Uh-huh.
Henry VIII. Before, when he was young, he was very strong,
Mm-hmm.
very athletic. Like he would come out and without a shirt on, and I think play ping pong or whatever he would play, and people would stand there and watch him because
Mm-hmm.
they were like, wow, look at that's the model of human physique. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how people should be, built, strong, everything. And then I think it's jousting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you-
on the horse. and
something
stuff.
happened where he got hurt. When he got hurt, it really messed him up.
Mm-hmm.
Messed him up even as his mind or whatever. I mean, it just really took a toll on him, and he turned to eating.
Mm-hmm.
And he went from being this fit young man to being Henry VIII. And they also attribute, why he killed his wives and all this craziness because
Like he had
cancer.
brain damage or something.
Right. Now, was that true, or is it like a defense of monarchy or whatever, royalty? I don't know.
Yeah.
But at least that's what they claim.
Yeah.
In fact, at the Tower of London, they have his armor from when he was young, middle age, and later in life.
And you can see the difference.
Well, I didn't get to see it.
Oh.
No time. I wish I had like 30 more minutes. I would have gone to see that.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it, but you can see the difference.
That's incredible.
yeah.
Well,
So that's that. And of course, we went to the Wren Library. Wren Library is pretty amazing. This is where you have a lot of things, along with Winnie the Pooh's, the first one by
Like the draft, the first draft?
first draft. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. You're not supposed to take a picture. I didn't. I took a video.
There you go. you didn't break the rules.
you didn't break the rules.
You didn't break no rules at all.
So, anyways, that's there, and so that was pretty awesome. Of course, from there we went to the Cambridge University Library because they had a card waiting for me.
Ooh.
I signed up for a card that I could use for like a month or something like that. Although I didn't get a chance to use it much, no time.
Right.
But while we were there, they said, downstairs, I saw a sign that said downstairs Agatha Christie, or somebody's exhibit. Went down there, Agatha Christie's original.
There you go,
Wow.
man. I would give anything to get to go in there
I'm
and just
like,
spend some
really?
time.
There she is,
that's
right
it.
there.
That's
There
right.
she is,
She
man.
is.
There she is.
So even her typewriter,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's her typewriter.
That's incredible.
And I'm like, wow, how did this happen?
Yeah.
So I had a great time doing that. And then from there, we went on to Tyndall House. This is on the campus of Cambridge University, where it's like an evangelical place.
Nice.
So I always wanted to go there. They're doing some renovations, and hopefully it'll be very different.
So I know
genre.
Tyndale House is like a publisher, but what is it based on?
Two different things.
They're not related at all.
They're not related at all.
What is this Tyndale House?
This is Tyndale House. It's like a like I don't know how to say it. It's like a place where evangelical scholars can come, study,
Gotcha.
do some postdoctoral work, those kind of things.
So it's like a home almost, or just like a
Yes,
gathering
it is.
place.
Many homes.
Got you.
And library there, a lot of good resources and places to meet, a little kind of like a conference center type
Okay.
feel to it.
Okay.
But they're rebuilding all of that.
But all for theological study.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Got
yes.
it.
This is where we went to eat.
Nice.
Because I told my friend, I was like, can't stay here long. So we went out to eat there. Great place. From there, we left and we made our way. We departed and head out towards Olney.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to Olney because that's where, not Isaac Newton, who's the other guy? John Newton, pastor.
Oh, the Amazing Grace guy?
Amazing
Grace.
guy.
How sweet the sound.
Yep. I wanted to go there, and I went to his church
Very cool.
because on the back side of the church is his graveyard.
There he is. Wow.
There he is.
There it is. So,
He wrote Amazing Grace.
that's his church. That's where he
Wow.
pastored.
Wow.
So I wanted to go there, and that's his pulpit.
Wow. Is that the original?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Wow.
So. I may be wrong. I need to do more research, but maybe.
Oh man.
I mean, this right here is what came off his coffin. And
Wow.
it's they took it off the coffin and they put it in a glass case inside the church.
I love it. The rector of this church, is that
Yeah.
like a pastor?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's Anglican, keep in mind.
Yeah.
So that's how.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also in Olney is the home of William, not Cowper, but Cooper,
Okay.
who was the hymn writer as well.
Okay.
Wrote a lot of hymns. So we went there, and I was able to also do some filming there because he was a famous hymn writer. They wrote the Olney hymns.
Okay.
And so I bought a hymn book. The
Yeah?
Olney hymn.
Wow.
Yes, I bought
Okay.
it. It's here with me.
Nice.
John Newton ended up writing most of it because William Cooper had a lot of health issues. So
Okay.
he ended up writing most of it.
Wow.
So we did that. And then from there, we went back to, went to a place near London to stay. And the next day, we left and went to Jane Austen's home.
There you go.
Wow.
This right here is Jane Austen's home.
So she lived there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, this is her home. Jane Austen's home.
Pride
Wow.
and Prejudice.
Pride and
Pride and Prejudice.
You think she wrote it in there?
Sense and Sensibility.
I don't know, but I have information.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but she wrote some books there.
Okay. Okay.
She wrote some books there.
Nice.
We're actually sitting on her couch.
That's original?
They let us sit on this. It's like, you can sit there and I can take a picture. I'm like, "You
Wow.
sure?" And so the lady said, yeah, I'll take a picture if you sit there.
That's her couch.
Yeah, we sat
That's
there.
incredible.
Yeah. So did that, had a great time. From there, we left. Time was
Stonehenge.
short.
Oh, I didn't want to spoil it.
You
can
did.
say it.
That's okay.
And you have.
And we came to
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
So before Dr. Shah went, I had no earthly clue this was in London or in England, I should say. I thought for sure it was somewhere in like Scotland, Ireland,
Oh,
somewhere in like
yeah.
that, but it's
No,
right
no.
there.
It's about an hour and a half west of London.
Wow.
That's where Stonehenge is. And so we went there. I mean, tons of people. I mean,
I can imagine.
tons of people. I mean, I very skillfully avoid people in the shots. But
Yeah, I was gonna say your pictures look pretty good.
yeah,
They look pretty sparse.
and I got some people to take our pictures and all that. But it was great. We had a great time. Filmed there as well. Just a quick short video. And then from there, I had to make one last stop for John's sake.
That's it, my friend. Look at that.
Wow.
There she is.
And there's-
Agatha. That's my
there's-
book.
Agatha Christie.
So I gave Dr. Shah the last Poirot novel where, and spoiler alert if you're not going to read these, but they were written in like the 30s. Poirot dies at the end. He's gone. So I wanted Dr. Shah to have, I wanted the last Poirot book to have rested on Agatha Christie's grave. And there it
And
is.
there it is.
Dr. Shah FaceTimed me. I'm going to tell you that meant more to me than you can imagine.
Wow.
I have fallen, because it was Dr. Shah's oldest daughter who got me into Agatha Christie. When I was going to Israel
Yep.
in 2019, she gave me And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I read it and I got hooked. and I started buying all her books. I got all the authorized versions, and I wanted the last book with Poirot's death to have rested on Agatha Christie's grave.
And
there it is.
That's we did that. Now, David asked a question. He said, "Why is Stonehenge important?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, Stonehenge goes back to, I would say, I don't know for sure, but it probably goes back to maybe 1000, 2000 BC.
Wow.
Okay, maybe 1000 BC, not 80. 1000 BC, and I think maybe more. Some people will fight with me over that and say no, 2000 BC. Some will say 3000, but 3000 cannot be because flood took place 2500 BC.
Right.
So maybe 1000, maybe 2000, somewhere there. And I think we're not sure, but we know these massive stones came from a quarry near, not very far.
Right.
And you find similar arrangements in other places near here as well. We just didn't have time to go visit all these henges. Okay.
Right.
But I think it was probably either graveyards for the wealthy or a certain class of people. Maybe a little bit of solstice going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know people like to claim that the Druids were all. I'm sorry, they were not. No.
Not involved in any way.
I know it sounds mysterious and great and gives you goosebumps, but I don't think the Druids were part of that.
Really?
Yeah. Druids came later, and no.
Is it pretty well established? Like, is it like, hey, we pretty much know what this are, but there's some wacky conspiracy theories, or is it like way more spread out where it's like we truly have no clue?
There's a huge article that just came out in the National Geographic. I haven't read it. I want to read that, and maybe we can answer that later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did film there, so maybe we can show the film.
Sure.
But I think it's not that significant.
Mm-hmm.
Not that significant, but definitely it's 2000 or 1000 BC.
Right.
Yeah.
But
way pre-Roman, because even they knew about that.
But its purpose is not as significant as like just its age and its historicity, I guess.
Yeah.
Got you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But
it does.
but it's a little disappointment when you go to the Stonehenge. You expect something to happen. It's just like
aliens to shoot down and like,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like big rocks.
Sorry.
So like,
That's it.
cool. Big rocks
Let's-
stacked up in a circle.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
And it's like,
This is-
but 2,000 people here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, they
Now let's
wanted to
go
see
home.
these rocks.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
see the rocks? I see the rocks.
It's not
too.
somewhere you'd
Okay.
go back.
Unless I take a tour because we're planning on a tour
Right.
of England.
Right.
And hopefully in a year or two. And I will take people there. I
Yeah.
will take them because of the sentiment behind it. Like you get to see Stonehenge.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take people there. But as to like, oh my gosh, I want to go back to Stonehenge.
Just a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Massive ones.
Very cool.
Stacked up.
Wow.
Yeah. So cool. Thank you so much, Dr. Shah, for sharing your trip with us. And through this, we've learned, we've grown, we've talked about the history of our faith, and that's our heart here at the Clearview Today Show, is that you would understand that we don't operate in a vacuum. We don't, we didn't just drop into history.
That's right.
Christianity has existed for years, and by God's grace, we're continuing to impact the course of history.
That's right. This is not a recap of a fun vacation. This is taking a deep look into where our faith is actually built on. We know our faith is built on Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone. But at the same time, like Ryan said, our faith doesn't exist in a vacuum. There are factors that contribute to how you think and how you believe,
That's right.
even as an American citizen, as an American Christian. So taking a deeper look at that is really important because it gives you context to your faith, which is, without it, I mean, what do you have?
Yeah, exactly. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, write in and let us know, 252-582-5028, or you can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com. Don't forget, you can partner with us financially on that same website. Scroll to the bottom, click that donate button, and let us know it's coming from our Clearview Today Show family. Lots of great content coming your way next week. Make sure you guys tune in. Have a wonderful weekend. We love you guys. We'll see you Monday on Clearview Today.